is Pieter Lайтхартом. I'm the president of the Theopolis Institute, which is a leadership training program in Birmingham, Alabama. In addition, I'm pastor of Emmanuel Reformed Church, a communion of Reformed Evangelicals congregation, also in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm very happy to be back in Ivano-Frankivsk. I taught here in 2024, and it's good to be back and to be reconnecting with everybody and to be part of the program here at Nazareth House. This week I'm teaching on 1st and 2nd Samuel and 1st and 2nd Kings, the records, the historical records of the origins and the development of the monarchy in ancient Israel. And the center of both of those books is the covenant that God makes with David. That appears in 2 Samuel 7. And in that covenant that God makes with David, the Lord tells David that he and his sons are going to be sons of Yahweh. That's a key part of the covenant with David. Prior to the Davidic covenant, the son of Yahweh was Israel. It was a corporate son. The nation was the son. Now that nation is whittled down to one man, the king, and the king's behavior, his faithfulness or his unfaithfulness, is going to determine the future and the fate of Israel. That works itself out in the history that's recorded in 1st and 2nd Samuel by showing us David's life through the lens of the original Israel, who is Jacob, and also through the lens of Israel's history from the Exodus on through the conquest. Those two earlier narratives set the context for David's life. The Davidic covenant works out in a somewhat different way in 1st and 2nd Kings. Here the accent is on God's commitment to the house of David through thick and thin. Even though David's house rebels against the Lord doesn't abandon David's house. After Solomon, the kingdom gets divided into the southern kingdom of Judah, which has Davidic kings, and the northern kingdom of Israel, which has a series of dynasties. And even though you have multiple dynasties in the north, one dynasty after another rises and falls, the Davidic dynasty never collapses. It's threatened, it comes close to death. Right at the end of 2 Kings, it seems to be over. The Davidic king is now in exile, he's in prison. But the last episode of 2 Kings shows us the Davidic king coming out of prison, being raised up, seated at the king of Babylon's table, and we know that the Davidic house has a future and a hope. God's commitment to David is running through both of these books. David as the son of God, David's sons as the son of God, and God's commitment to David and to David's house. Of course, all this flows into the gospel story, because the gospel story is the most thorough demonstration of God's commitment to the Davidic house. Even after several centuries with no Davidic king, the Lord hasn't forgotten his promise, and he raises up Jesus, the son of David, to sit on his throne. That's the basic story of Samuel and Kings, and I'm delighted to be here in Ukraine to be able to give these talks and to talk about these two books, which are the heart of the story of the monarchy in ancient Israel.